and one being very short.
The only thing I'll change to the committee of the whole, I think it was committee of the whole. It was on the last page, it was 1820.
Aye. Mrs. Brown Knight?
Aye.
Gilboa?
Aye.
Dr. Lewis? Go ahead and accept those minutes. Vacation, monthly report. Rather extensive this month, Chief. Well done.
The annual report, too.
Well, it's a very nice letter. Have y'all looked at the letter?
Yes.
Chief, you have comments?
I do not.
Well, that's unusual.
Your work speaks. And so that's fences that we got.
Dan? Looks like runs are slow for January. Yeah. Well, in a way, I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right. As I said, any questions? All right, Mr. Scherpenberg.
So there's, not sure if this is in, did we, on the
Tree limb came down. Replaced.
okay. And part of the fences? Okay.
So I think they're going to redo the different fence or take it down altogether? Or?
Well, I mean, we're debating about that fence. You're talking about the fence around the back mainly?
Well,
Okay. Okay.
So,
That we're talking about. And they're along, the south side there.
yes,
I think those were.
decorative all the way around. I
No,
thought.
Looks as the batting
Correct,
cage.
yeah.
Did that.
Kevin did
Did that work?
in December.
Okay.
was
And-
there supposed to be one on a pole too?
Yeah.
Garage.
Right,
but
that's
there was-
where you
there-
end up now.
I-
So,
About trying to light the bat. We would have to add a pole
oh,
put
okay.
it on. Yeah. The kids don't, we wouldn't need that till spring though, correct?
I would say March, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Repaired.
What's the, John, it's sort of.
We had a couple of trees.
We need a motion second. Can we combine? One for the
Right.
tree. I already asked John about this for the mileage and this truck. This is an older,
It's the 2011.
and,
So,
but
yeah,
what was it, would you say, 2011?
Yeah.
yes.
So it's 10, 13,
12
12 years old?
12 years old.
And how many miles?
I think this one I had 56.
Oh. It's got 56 and it needs a new
Thousand.
motor?
1,000.
You know, I know, 1,000. It needs a new motor already?
Welcome to Ford.
Yeah. Is this a diesel or gas?
Diesel, the DEF.
Are we staying with gas? I mean, with diesel? Why don't we go to
The-
gas?
The new one is gas.
The new
one we
one's
just
gas.
got, yeah,
Okay, well, because that would be better.
yes.
Yeah, okay. Does everybody understand?
2015.
Okay. Thanks, John.
Someone want to make the motion?
So moved.
Notice that John they got the gateway terrific. So we do have there's the square sign that goes up, that those are done. And then there'll be a round like
This year, the contract was awarded to Grass Corps. That probably was just something deleted. So just
I took it out.
that,
Yep.
okay. Thank you.
So,
We would have made projection, we would have made projection of the timing issue. Came in, the payments came in on February. Marked in January, so a
Which category is it? Business.
little bit of both,
Okay.
a little bit of both. It was withholding was the grunt of it, but not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then there was some quarterly payments too. I think folks held on with the interest rates. Yeah.
Just tell me.
Gee,
not that easy.
Was there a question?
Well, it looks like,
It was a good month financially. We
Looks like
probably
it was a
didn't
good
lose any
month.
money.
Yeah.
We had two big jobs, both for Spinnweber. So, the old P and C is getting back Wednesday. I think part of the for them, I don't think
Fee schedules for.
yeah, so we had a
stuff.
meeting, would you call us the finance sub?
Well, no, I think Public Works last time. So I think that would
Yeah.
make sense.
Moved into Public Works, the fee assessment, the building department, right? Isn't that what we?
Yeah, so we reviewed
Yeah.
the performance for last year.
right.
I'd say we lost recover some of that back
Yeah. Basically by increasing fees is what we're talking about.
on a few areas. That's correct.
Okay,
So
yeah,
just-
absolutely. Works. So, very good
So
job
in-
on your.
Well, January we was built eight out of the 9 inspections in January from one guy.
Wow.
oh, so
8 of the 9 were from a first-time
Right.
applicant,
okay.
and still none from the largest owner of property in the village.
So how long do we let that happen?
Sorry?
How long do we let that happen?
Well, they got a reminder email
Did they?
about
Okay.
something, yes,
All right,
just
thank you.
recently.
You sent them a reminder.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had a change of property managers, so I used that as an opportunity to reinforce the inspections.
Okay.
Aye.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thank
Rod.
you.
All right. Fiscal. I mean, of course, you can email them anytime. Permission to address council? Pay period, the middle is?
There were 3 weeks of
Three,
training.
yeah, that's why the, yeah, okay.
Aye.
Gilbob?
Aye.
Mr. Lewis?
Aye.
Mrs. Rankin?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
All right, we'll pay some bills.
President or Safety Member Rob Bartlett, Vice President Chris Ertl, Dave Meyer, Committee on January left turn Plainville Road onto. After further discussion with residents, Chris Ertl and Dave Meyer, the Safety Committee has decided to not allow a left turn from Plainville Road onto Wooster Pike from Monday to submitted Leah Gelbach.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? I think discussed. Okay, well, good.
Since I wasn't at the meeting, though, I thought the last we talked about that the recommendation was to be no left turn at all.
We did, but then after talking to the residents and Dave Meyer with Kleiningers, he said that it would be better to try this first instead of no left turn at all, because
Okay.
Sundays with church and things, but he did say it would be better to do Monday through Saturday. And then there's also a chance of, at some point, when they do the statuary remodel, that there is a chance that we could widen that area and have a left turn lane, but that's not going to be for a while, so we're trying this first.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
Now I gotta change your ordinances.
Huh?
And yes.
Resolution or ordinance?
No section in
Oh,
the
that's
back.
right. Okay.
So we'll just
Mr. Bartlett?
Should we, is to change the order?
that doesn't make
Aye.
the question, should I do it?
No.
We could. There's a problem. And we're going to have to order the signs.
Yes,
Where'd
fine.
Chris go? I can't see you.
So
Yeah, okay.
How long does it take to get the signs done?
should be in the committee? I feel
Yeah.
like we should amend to update the order basis.
Do we need to pass it on to put in place?
Can you order the signs without having the?
Did you?
Can.
It's a no emergency. The needs of change.
Aye.
Ms. Gelbaugh?
Aye.
Aye.
Ms. Rankin?
Aye.
All right, we'll pass that report, and you will be preparing the
I'll get
appropriate,
it done, yeah.
And this can come off the agenda, Leah? This may
Yes.
come off the agenda?
Yes.
all right, and you all now have got a copy on your desk regarding Randy's last committee report. I think everybody's got a copy of it except me. Randy, you want to go ahead and read it?
Yes, February 13th, 2023, the Health and Recreation Committee met on Monday, February 13th, 2023 at 5:30 PM. Present at the meeting were Health and Recreation Committee Member York, Susan Brown, and Mayor Bill Brown. Also in attendance were Village Engineer Chris Ertl, Tax Administrator Chuck Barlow, and Maintenance Supervisor John Scherferberg. 2023 bid follows. Corp, 160, Cincinnati Asphalt, 270,000, paved. The end for this was the committee selected the Corp as it was the lowest, and the village has contracted with J.K. Muir in the past for several projects in the past 10 years. They have performed well on them. With alternatives, in courts 1 and $2,000. 4 was 60. The committee recommended that the village contract J.K. Muir to complete the rehabilitation of courts 1 through 4 for a total. It is over 30,000. 23 capital difference would need to be reconciled. The village has been negotiating with the Mariemont School District for a contribution based upon the percentage used by the, and it is hoped difference. Request an annual committee chair Susan Leah Geldball member. It's courts for 7, but based upon what we have, we're not going to do 7 at this time. We are proposing that we not do 7 at.
Laid out for me here with that. We should have good with that. Just, I don't want to break with precedent here.
We can wait for precedent.
Okay.
Well, but this is ongoing, I think you're right. I mean, Bill, it does seem weird that we accept a report.
I'm going to talk
And
about
then,
Right.
The way it's written, it's a little bit, I think it's fine, but rehabilitation of courts 1 through 4 for contingent upon the passage and written commitment of 25.
Randy and I have been talking with the school number that the 3 of us, now they're having their school board meeting tonight, so it's not officially been approved.
right, so the village has been negotiating with the percent. I don't know what that difference.
That would be so contingent. Mariemont schools.
Or more.
How is that 25,000?
To get into that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a convoluted
Yeah, we're
formula
not-
and probably shouldn't.
I will tell you that it was a good faith Lance and by Tom been involved.
Yeah. So that would be my amendment I recommend, and the other one is really verbiage, not association, and take out the
Yeah, I was,
Projection.
Intent was to association in the pool, because we've asked for that. The committee, gotten the 3-year projection from the pool. The committee requests annual financial and membership report from the Mariemont Tennis Association.
Okay.
So that's a motion to amend.
Yeah, she's proposing 2 changes here.
Okay, we'll do the one about contingent upon getting money from the school board. How much money was that the school board? gave?
25,000.
Say it again. Okay. All right, let's do that one.
Why can't you do them, you can't do them together?
Say-
Double amend?
That's her amendment. Who seconds that?
I will second it.
Kelly seconded.
I've seconded.
Okay.
Roll call vote on that amendment about the contingent upon the school board paying 25 grand towards this resurface work.
So we built 130 in for the permanent improvement fund, right?
Correct.
Yes.
That's what we have in there. Okay.
Technically, to do the proposed 4 courts, we would only need about roughly $6,000, because the total to do the 4 would be about 136,000 and change.
Right.
But I don't think we need to get into that math. I mean, we're hoping to get the 25 from the school, and if we get that, and we with me.
Yeah,
That
Enough
doesn't
to do
lower
it
the
all.
130.
No, you're still shy.
and then we're still gonna, what about the power washing at 5 and 6?
We're,
Because I know that was part of.
I think that is the one thing we want to be clear about, though. I mean, yeah, it hangs on getting,
Yeah.
but, okay, I think we.
Aye.
Skelbach.
Aye.
Rankin.
Aye.
Mr. York.
aye.
There you go. Second amendment that's being made is, why don't you say it, Susan? I'm not sure.
A motion, I need a motion in a second.
So moved.
Aye.
Ms. Skelbach.
Aye.
Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Rankin.
Aye.
Mr. York.
Aye.
All right, those changes will be.
Until
Right.
The amended.
And as
The
amended.
amendment.
Aye. It is.
Mr. York. Miscellaneous. Village offices will be closed Monday, February. Observation of President's Day. The annual Outstanding Citizen Award nominations are due to Mrs. Van Pelt by March the 16th. You thinking?
You can't be it.
I can't be it.
You can't be it.
I'm not asking.
I must have missed.
Yeah.
All right, do
Sorry,
I have first for this?
Aren't here.
I'll do it.
Kelly? You,
Stepping
Mark?
back.
I mean,
Get rid
it's
of
up
it.
to you.
Had my
Medical
experience.
aspect is me.
Yes.
Vote on this?
Yes.
Oh, we are going to vote on this?
No point, you need to.
All right, Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
I need a motion.
Oh,
second.
we need motions.
I move
Make
that
motions.
Dr. Lewis and Miss Rankin be
The volunteer
Volunteers to-
members of
the
I have a second over here?
I
Mr.
don't
York.
want to.
Aye.
Appointed.
Okay.
Oh.
Read them?
It's the third reading. Member
Adopt. Right, Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
I can't really vote on that.
Yes,
You can vote.
I can't?
Sure you can.
Yeah, you can go
Oh,
for yourself.
sure.
Of course
You can.
Yes.
If you don't care about it, who does?
Yeah, how do you think you got on council? You voted for yourself. Mr. Lewis? Rankin?
Aye.
Council?
Okay, this is the first Mariemont School District membership fees. Okay, this is the first reading of Christopher M. Ertl as okay, this is the first reading to reading a resolution electric
Reading, next time.
Okay, this is the first reading to authorize adoption of a premium-only insurance plan.
All right, that's the first reading on that as well. Next reading next time.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. This is the third reading to delete section 150.18 of the Mariemont. About this at the next.
That's what I'm thinking you can do.
Lose our,
But we can do that, right? I mean, common courtesy would be.
It would be better to have the contract in hand when I call them, but if you'd like, I can reach out without that and say, we're intending to get a contract for this amount of money. Please keep our, I mean, all I can do is ask for their,
Yeah.
their word.
Well, has Richard reviewed the contract?
no, he is not. No, he is not.
Well, that was part
I
of the
know,
agreement that he
all I'm
would.
suggesting, I mean, basically here is just that he makes the conversation we're not committing to anything.
No,
Yeah.
if that can happen, you call him up and say, hey.
Kind of a
you know.
courtesy to get to sort of, we'd like to have a place in line here, so to speak. If they're not comfortable with it, they can simply say no.
And and I think if you talk to them, you should say, we'll definitively know by next council meeting, yeah?
Yes.
No, You want
Possibly
to
even
string them along. You don't want to
sooner.
string
No,
them.
I know, we don't string them along, yeah,
So,
yeah.
Is there another concern you have, Randy?
Oh, we got to get a parking space. We've got to get in line. We didn't, I think we're late now. I think we've risked not getting it done now.
I think that going this route is the safest.
what's the concern? Help me understand more.
Well, first of all, we haven't got a firm commitment, a written commitment from the school.
From the school,
From the
right,
school.
right. And so that's what we would put in here, is there has to be a commitment. It's
Right.
contingent upon that.
And I'm just, Richard hasn't seen the contract, and I'm just not comfortable with so many open things to actually pass a
So those are the
resolution.
two things you're concerned about.
I think it's easy enough to close the loop on those concerns. He can make a phone call. I'm not really sure, do we, I mean, and I know we want to have this place in line, I get that, but I think we can get it. And,
Well, and if they, if they come back and say, no way, Jose, then we have a special meeting. But until we know that for sure,
okay.
I don't want to proceed with a resolution.
So-
Won't we know the answer?
Yeah,
Tonight.
tonight.
Right.
So
But
you
we don't
could,
know it now.
Randy, could you
Right,
just?
that's why you make it contingent. So the
Can you just
contract,
schedule a special meeting? when
Well,
you get the
yeah, we
answer
can have
today?
another meeting to do the same thing we did
But I'm
today
just-
for the
I'm
third
just saying
time.
for the whole council that we could vote on it. Like, can we do it the end of the week, once you get
To
the
vote
answer
on what?
on accepting the report?
The resolution.
We could schedule another,
We would pass the
So
resolution.
once you
down.
know yes or no from the school, you can get the contract to Richard, and then we could do a special meeting to,
Can't we get the contract now to Richard? I mean, because,
I just have to package it up and send it to him.
yeah.
I can do that tomorrow.
I mean, Richard's not gonna sign off on it unless he's got a written commitment from the school.
No.
They hadn't
So-
seen the contract.
I mean, look, I think it's a good
Well,
solution
yeah,
here.
but that's what I'm saying. We already told him essentially by amending the committee report not to sign off on the contract until
Yeah.
the school gives us a commitment. That's why I think if you want to move it forward, I understand your concerns, Kelly, but if you amend this resolution, the way Susan has suggested the committee report, it's all done. Just amend it that way. If they come through, if the school board comes through, we're done. If they don't come through, then you have a meeting next week about it. I mean, it's up to you guys.
Well, I want everybody to be comfy here. I don't want to belabor this point.
Is it-
I say we have, Chris calls them, if they can promise to do that, Richard reviews the contract. If we need to have another meeting before the next council meeting, we do it. But that's my position.
No, we can do it. We can do a 10-minute, I mean,
Well, you're going to Europe, aren't you? Didn't I hear?
I won't be here, no, that's correct. But, there'll be.
well, we'll have a quorum. Yeah, we'll
You got to
a
have a quorum.
Can I, just very quickly, Kelly, it seems like there's a concern bigger than, because the contingent was a piece of it. Is there a bigger concern that?
About the getting the money?
Yeah. What is that concern?
I want to see something in writing that they're going to give us the money.
okay, this contract has been in place since 1976, and we've never done anything with it until now. And we're this close, and you're not going to do it.
Well, no, she's not saying
If
she's not
she's
going to
not
do it.
comfortable, she's
Do
not
it, and
comfortable.
that's exactly the point, is
Yep.
we have had a verbal agreement that, my understanding is, we've had a verbal agreement that we're gonna get money from the school, and it hasn't happened, to your point, it hasn't happened. So I'm just a little gun shy.
Well, right, but that's
Yeah,
where, again, if you put in the contingency, then you don't have to be as gun shy. That's what I'm,
If she's not comfortable, she's not comfortable.
yeah, I'm just,
Everybody
Yeah, I know,
needs
I
to be
mean, that's the
comfortable
thing.
with
I
that.
think, I think we're right on the cusp of making this happen. I think we're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
She's got kind of a point. We're all sort of assuming, and I know it's going to work out that way, they're going to come through with the money. But until we actually have that, and we do have something in writing, maybe we should just err on the side of being a little careful here, that's all.
Is it more of a procedural question? You just feel
Well-
more comfortable with, that we're not skipping a step or moving too fast?
And again, we can get the answers that we need, or I feel we need, and then we meet again, if need be. Which I'm fine with, I hope everybody else will be fine with, but
All right. Not everybody's fine with it, but I think it's a good compromise here. I think we can do it, and it'll all, like I said, you can make the phone call tomorrow. Okay, all right.
So you're going to hold off the resolution until next council meeting?
Well, no, until, there'll be a
Or-
special meeting,
Special council meeting, I'm sorry. Okay.
which hopefully will be in the middle of the week. All right, ordinance.
Okay. Third reading, to delete section 150.18 of the Mariemont Code of Ordinances.
All right, wait, I'm lost here. Is this 151.18?
150.18.
Yes, okay. And that was the third reading. All right, we've had
Yes.
the third reading. I need a motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
Second,
Mr. Bartlett.
aye.
Mrs. Brown Knight.
Aye.
Gelbach.
aye.
Dr. Lewis. Mrs. Rankin.
aye.
Mr. York.
Aye.
All right, that will be adopted.
Okay. This is the first reading to make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Mariemont, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2023.
All right, this needs 3 readings.
Correct.
All right, you've had the first reading. I need a motion and a second to suspend the rules and allow for the second and third reading.
So moved.
Second,
Second, Mr. Bartlett.
aye.
Brown Knight.
Aye.
Ms. Gelbach.
Aye.
Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Rankin.
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
May we have the
I think
second
Chuck
reading?
wants
Second
to ask second.
Oh, sorry.
Quick question.
Sorry?
The only thing about the appropriations is, I'm assuming this appropriations only has 130 for the tennis courts versus 136.
Probably does.
Correct.
So if you have all three readings,
You
can come back.
then you have to come back, you have to change appropriations
To the 136.
to the 136 when you get that money, yeah.
Doesn't he, because Richard usually has extra in the appropriation though, right? Doesn't he have within each fund?
That I'm not sure about. I know that because when we went through the for permanent approvals, it was 130.
Right, no, I remember
It's
that.
136,
That's my
so,
understanding as
It
well,
is
Chuck.
mine.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think when I've talked to him, he has more in the appropriation than he's expecting to be spent, because then, to avoid having to go back and
right,
reappropriate.
I'm not,
Yeah, but it
I
might
can't
not-
speak
might
to
have
that.
been
I just know,
6,000 more.
I don't, yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing Richard, it's gonna, where's that 6,000 coming from?
That's exactly
You
right.
got the 25,000 from the school, but 130 is what was appropriated, so it's gonna have to be,
Well, if we have to address that, we can
That's-
address
you have
that
to
at
be
the next
changed.
No,
meeting
no,
as
so
well.
this,
just heads up that
yeah.
Yeah.
to get that, when it gets done, the appropriation's got to be changed. I'm assuming Richard's gonna wanna do it, the appropriation change before signing with anybody else, because that way the money is appropriated prior
Prior.
to the work. Just,
Okay. And you arrived at the 136 by adding the two projects
I'm
together.
using your number.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Good catch.
Okay, second reading?
Second reading?
To make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Mariemont, State of Ohio, during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2023.
All right, I think we just had some discussion. So maybe we have a third reading?
To make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Mariemont, State of Ohio, during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2023.
All right, I need a motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Ms. Brown Knight?
Aye.
Ms. Galbah?
Well, if I'm sorry, this sounds, if Richard's not going to be happy that we accepted it the way it's written now, then I would have to say no.
But this is what he submitted, right?
Yeah,
And-
he did not submit the 136, he submitted the 130.
Right, and we haven't committed to the 136.
Yeah, but we haven't actually committed to
But
it.
if we accept it, I'm just going by what Chuck is saying.
He's saying if we accept this, then we can't.
Then how can we change it to,
You can come back. Yeah. You can come back.
so
and-
it's okay?
You just
so he's-
reappropriate.
I don't want to make his job harder.
oh,
Okay,
it wouldn't, I just wanted, just so we know that.
Sure.
Before we do it, we'll have to do that, probably that special meeting, have an
Yeah, I was gonna
appropriations
say,
change.
we could do
With
it all at
together.
once.
Yeah,
All
do
at
that
once?
first and then do the contract.
okay,
Okay,
okay, then yes.
okay. Dr. Lewis?
Oh, this is so
I mean, it's
convoluted.
just
Got the
hard when
same
Richard's been
concern.
preaching to us since he came on board. You got to appropriate first, you got to appropriate first, you got to appropriate first. And the first time we're faced with this, we're like, well, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the contingencies. But we're,
But we haven't committed. Again, we have not committed to the 136.
Yeah, that's kind of, I think
We
that's,
haven't done that yet.
That's the whole rub.
that's the slight,
That's
we
the-
haven't actually,
yeah.
yeah, we haven't
We
committed to
don't
doing
have
it.
the money appropriated correctly. Now I want to change my thing again.
No.
We have not appropriated the right amount of money for the project, and we don't have the 6,000 extra in our hand right now.
We actually don't know that, because again.
No, I know that, Rob, but.
Well, no, we actually
but
don't
we
have
do-
it in our hand.
We
I
do
should
not have
correct
it in
that,
our
but
hand.
But we haven't committed to actually spending the 136.
Right, but if we adopt this, then we are saying we're going to spend the 136.
I think you have to appropriate the whole amount, not what the less amount will be. We have to have the money appropriated, the total amount.
Yeah, but we
not-
don't have that
Not the
yet.
adjusted amount.
Yeah, we don't have the adjusted amount appropriated right now. Is
We
that
would
correct?
appropriate the whole amount.
Yes, Chuck, please.
Help us out.
What'll happen is you're appropriating the 130, which
Right.
is what was determined prior. At the special meeting, school comes through, the first, correct me if I'm wrong, the first ordinance or resolution will be to amend the appropriation with the 6,000 and change, whatever is added to it, that is appropriated, 3 readings, emergency, then you go to the ordinance or resolution for J.K. Muir. So you just, that gets the timing. We've been appropriated, well, as soon as we sign it, and then when the mayor will sign the other one second.
Sure.
Then it's covered. We're waiting on the school
Right.
to, give us that. So we're not appropriating this appropriation ordinance doesn't have $136,000 in it for the pool.
130.
It's 130. So that's why I just was bringing a point of,
Yeah.
it's gonna have to be amended right off the bat. Or not amended, but
If we're gonna-
changed with the next one.
If we're going to do a special meeting, should we just table this and do them both together? When we have the numbers for sure.
Well, I
You have
guess,
3 readings. He would change his certificate, he has to change, well,
Yeah.
we have till March 30th for the permanent appropriations. He would need to change the certificate with that extra $25,000 with the county for the revenue. So it's not,
Yeah.
it's a lot of procedural,
that's a lot of,
Yeah.
we're not saying, oh yeah, we're going forward, because you have to pass those things first. So,
I just want to respect Richard's request that we have stuff appropriated correctly before we spend the
Right.
money.
all right, looks like we have a couple more, then you're not comfortable, you're probably not comfortable. Maybe you just make a motion, let's table this, and we'll put this in the special meeting.
Yeah.
Want to do that? Are we good with that?
Sure.
Okay, we need a motion second.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we all understand what we're tabling here, right? We're all good? Okay, Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Mrs. Brown Knight?
Aye.
Ms. Gelbaugh?
Aye.
Dr. Lewis? Mrs. Rankin?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
All right,
Okay, let me
Okay.
make myself a note here.
so that way we'll take that off from the next one.
Okay, this is the first reading to delete sections 150.01B5 and 151.075 H2K1 of the Mariemont Code of Ordinances.
Okay, that's the first reading. We'll have second reading and discussion next time.
Okay, this is the first reading to delete section 151.07 H2I of the Mariemont Code of Ordinances.
All right, first reading, again, second reading next time.
Okay, this is the first reading to repeal ordinance number 0722 pertaining to maximum pay rates for all grades of recreation employees and to enact new legislation pertaining to maximum pay rates for all grades of recreation employees.
Yeah, again, first reading, second reading next time.
Right, this is the first reading to amend ordinance 02922 of the Mariemont Code of Ordinances to increase payment for employees.
All right, first reading, second reading next time. All right, that takes us to the task list. Again, well, it's not so late. We can run through the task list if we're all,
Just ask if there's any updates on them.
any updates?
Any updates?
I do have one update. I don't want to jump ahead, though, of people.
You go
so-
right ahead. You're at the beginning of the alphabet.
Well, I know, but I mean,
Oh, no.
I'm gonna jump down to the parking lot light issue. Yeah, I've got some information. I did talk with Scott Malone, who is the sort of construction foreman for Mr. Spinnenweber. He's currently running the construction on the bank. And I had a little discussion with him about, what kind of lights they were gonna put on the back of that building. And of course, I related to him the issue of the big lights on the back of the theater. And he was glad that I sort of brought this back to his attention, and he's gonna look into the matter. So I'm not making, I wish I had a definite solution that I could relate here, but I think just sort of getting him back up to speed and having him look. Do you want me to send an email over there, or would you?
That would be great.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do it. Yeah, okay. All right, that's my one report. Anyone else?
Well, I'd like to go over a couple of things. As far as the village, the benches, we did kind of land on the bench that we have, and a lot of it has to do with Mr. Bartlett ordering 2 benches. We did get the quote for ordering them, and Randy, I believe I sent it to you, so that we can get the 2 ordered. And then we did walk around with Louise and look at what needs to be replaced. And I would say that there's probably maybe a handful that are damaged that are beyond repair. But we're going to hopefully have a schedule of when we're going to start cleaning the ones that are usable. And then we also talked about possibly purchasing 5 benches per year. And I don't, if we wanted to talk about that some more, if we want to try and do it this year, which we would, with Mr. Bartlett's benches, we would just need to buy 3 more. They're very nice benches. So, and I can put a report together and email everybody out the particulars about that. So I would like to know if we want to try and order the additional benches, but that's, if we want to discuss that. And then the other thing is about the swimming pool, and I want to thank Dan Copeland and all the firefighters. They put the windows in at the pump house, which is a huge, huge project, and it was really nice of him to do it. And he did it at no cost to the village. The only problem is someone keeps locking the door to the pump room. So whoever's locking the door to the pump room, please stop it, because we can't crawl through the windows anymore.
Well, who has the key?
We're gonna get one, and so we're gonna try and get
You were
Chuck.
down there today.
Yeah, you were down there
Couldn't get
today,
in.
and it was locked.
Yeah.
We are in the process, we're going to start the process of interviews for lifeguards, assistant managers, and so on and so forth, this Sunday.
Oh, cool.
We're going to do, so we're doing one on the 19th and one on the 24th. We do have a candidate for swim coach. She is a Xavier University employee who is part of, now I can't remember, their sports management division. Mike Lockhart really likes this young lady. Her name's Morgan, but we'll know for sure. You know, we're basically putting together a contract for her. And I also want to thank Chuck Barlow for all of his help with the pool, because he's been really great about doing all of this stuff. So I really appreciate it. And that's it.
So who all has seen the new bench? Have we asked for any public input? Have we communicated, shown pictures of, or done any of that?
No,
Do you think we should?
no.
Why not?
Because the ones that we chose, a lot of it has to do with the fact that it can be produced if it's ever discontinued. And this company was, I really like the company. I really like Jennifer, who is our, Maglin is basically our representative. It's one of, I mean, we can if you want to, but.
I think it would be appropriate to, I mean,
This is-
it's a pretty big change.
This is the one that Martin recommended also.
Okay,
As
so
part, as part of the,
that's-
Murray- with the Murray
That's
Path
fine.
and stuff like that.
So that's one resident likes it.
Well, Matt Ayer.
Okay, there's 2.
I like it.
I like
3,
it.
4, 5. I just think that we should communicate or show people what it's going to be and before we start doing it. I just think that's an appropriate approach.
And what methodology? Just
You
make
could
sure.
send it out, we could send a picture out to the email list. There's a number of ways you could do it.
I know the one thing that I had asked for, I was interested in seeing a picture of the bench that had been sitting outside for 10 years. I wanted to know how this thing
Oh,
weathers
yeah,
over
I can
time.
get Jennifer to send.
Because
one.
remember, you know, the teak benches look fabulous when you first put them out. 10 years later, you can't even sit on them.
Well, the other thing is the warranty on these. It's basically a lifetime.
I know, but I mean,
Warranty,
okay,
so-
but, you know, I just,
And these, actually, they've been in parks in New York, they're in parks in Canada. I mean, I can ask Jennifer to send us one, but there's no maintenance to them. They can sit out all year, it doesn't matter if they're getting snowed on, rained on.
I'd still like to know what it looks like after it's been sitting
But
for 10
they are
years.
teak?
No, they're not.
No, they're
There's
not.
different
Not.
wood. There's some different.
It's a Brazilian
Brazilian
Oh.
something or other,
Brazilian walnut.
yeah.
Yeah, like straight out of the rainforest.
No, it's not straight out.
Well, no, they're not straight, it's not like they cut a tree down and ship it over here, so.
Well, where do you think
But, yeah.
that stuff comes from?
But they weather very well.
trees in the forest, in the rainforest?
Maybe we should make them out of honeysuckle.
We got a lot of
A
that.
lot of that.
Yes, we do.
No, look,
Just tree it
yeah.
over.
I'm sure they're great benches and things like that, but it might be nice to, yeah, see some, like, if there were a way to actually, I don't know how, Randy, I don't know, how would, I'm with you in a way, I'd like to see this, I'd like to see it. But
I
don't-
sent you a copy of it.
I know, a picture, I like to see the bench. I don't know how
Well, they're
you
not
do
gonna
that.
send us a bench.
Where do they come out of? Where do they come from?
Canada.
Uh-oh, check your passport.
Canada. Hmm.
You can do a road
trip?
trip to New York
Yeah.
if you would like. They're in Central Park.
Road trip, let's all
I'm
go.
in.
Let's all go.
Yeah, I could be down
I'm
for that.
in.
We could get your camper again and then go.
All right, so you're gonna give us a couple more pictures to
I'll get you a
include
couple more
this.
pictures.
Okay.
But then we can't go ahead and order Mr. Bartlett's benches then.
Well, how long
it-
do they take to get?
Couple weeks.
Well, I mean, okay, so what, if we have to wait?
Well,
till
no,
bring
it is
that-
a so what though, because there's issues.
It's just, yeah, my father-in-law's health is not the greatest, so.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, I mean, I know Randy wants to see some pictures, and I'd like to see a picture too, so I don't know.
That's fine.
I don't
I'll
want
get
to
you
delay
some
it
pictures.
unnecessarily, if you can get
But
us.
by next meeting then, hopefully?
Yes, please.
I will get you some more pictures.
Okay.
And I will.
Or if we have a special meeting, we could talk about it
Throw it
then.
on that.
Yeah.
Throw it on.
Yeah.
Add
Bring
to
it
the
on.
list, add it to the
I
can
can
make an
ask
agenda as big as a
Jennifer if she
full-blown
has a
meeting.
wood sample that she can send me.
Well, now, that'd be
and-
great, okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, if she sends a little 1 foot length piece, that'd be fantastic, yeah.
Got it. Okay, so I will do my best to get samples of the park benches.
Okay, all right.
Are we trying to determine the special meeting now, or do you want me to just do an email?
I did,
I don't
just
have
do
my
an
calendar.
email.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't have a work calendar with me, so.
Okay. I'll send it out tomorrow.
I have my personal calendar, but not my work
Oh,
calendar.
Richard's here Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like Wednesday. I'm thinking Wednesday, it would be, if we could do it Wednesday, you know, I think Richard is here on Wednesday, this coming
Yes,
Wednesday.
he is.
So if you have any questions regarding contracts and readings and all of that type of thing, that
Well,
would
that
work really
was
well.
Marcy was saying it'd be good to have him at the meeting.
Well, Chuck's the one who said it. I just,
Oh,
we're playing
okay.
telephone.
Oh,
We got to give credit where credit's due.
okay.
He's
Thanks.
So maybe
one
can we
step ahead of me.
tentatively sort of talk about it being Wednesday?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
5?
And, yeah, I don't think I have
What
work.
time?
I don't think I have work meetings
Five.
Wednesday.
Can you do
Wednesday.
5:30?
Susan, are you okay? When are you leaving? Are you leaving?
Mom can't make it Wednesday.
You can't make it Wednesday. Okay, how about Wednesday, 5? Good?
She's saying
Can we do
5:30.
5:30?
I can make it whenever.
5?
Can we do 5:30?
5:30? Okay,
Yeah.
5:30.
I have no life.
I have to drop off.
Okay, Randy?
Good by me.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the tennis bids.
Okay, hold it,
Right.
hold it. We
Wait
got
a minute.
mayor's court on Wednesday.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Sure. And I've got a staff meeting in here at 3 o'clock. So Wednesdays, unless you're gonna have it after.
What time's your staff meeting? I'm sorry. What time?
3,
3?
and it'll go to, and then court, they need to be in here about 4:30 for court.
Our things at,
When is court over?
hey, Rob,
Yeah, usually it's over,
we're,
It's getting old.
I'd say 6.
6 o'clock, 6:30, yeah, the latest.
You set it for 6:30, you'll be good,
Yeah.
if you wanna come
I
that late.
can't do it Wednesday night.
Oh, you can't do it Wednesday at all?
Wednesday night.
Night for him.
What about during the day?
Yeah, during the day, before 3 o'clock, you're wide open.
What about-
I don't
does
know
that
if
work
I'm,
for you for
I'm
work?
not,
As
that's
long
gonna
as
be
we do
tough.
it like around lunchtime, I should be okay.
like, what's lunchtime?
11 to 12. I can't do it first thing in the morning.
Oh, neither can I.
I don't,
Randy,
I'm not,
noon?
I don't know about Wednesday yet. I have to
Okay,
get
I'll
back to
send
you.
out an email.
Okay, we'll send,
Okay.
And we'll have to-
Noon would be good if you can do it. Or Rob can do it. You guys check.
I think so, I think so.
all right, well, we'll send the emails out. Let's not,
How many
Let's
do we
let-
need to get it?
Belabor the
Four, just
point.
4? Okay.
that's all we need.
Aren't we gonna pass?
And then, but if it's
Passing some
Wednesday at
emergency?
11, do you have to
not
determine
passing on
tomorrow
emergency.
morning by 10:30?
None of it?
Because you need
Okay.
24
I think
hours.
so.
So,
For a public meeting.
We're
so,
not passing any part of it on emergency, correct?
Say again?
We're not passing any part of it on emergency. It's a special meeting.
No, we talked about that with the resolution, to be able to put out the bid.
And that would
Not
have
the
to,
bid, to set the contract, that we said that's the other piece.
so we'd need 5.
Do we need 5 to do emergency?
Yes.
I thought we had the whole thing with Richard where he said we didn't have to.
I know, I did
Four,
too.
yeah.
I didn't
He
say,
said,
Four,
he
yeah.
said four.
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 That's a quorum.
Yeah, four's fine.
Okay,
For an emergency, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
thought
can-
he did tell us.
we can swing
Yeah,
that.
we did.
Okay, so I think we can get 4,
But Joni has to hear from everybody by 10:30 tomorrow. So we'll
Yeah.
do that by 11.
thereabouts. All right, is there anything else? No?
No, I do, I have a question. I have a question. Sorry. No, but this is, so Randy and I have been contacted by some of the people who participated in the strategy session that we had back in April, you know, asking, where is it? And so, and we had a committee of the whole meeting back on October 3rd, and we agreed to go ahead and post it. And so I'm just, curious why, and so actually Kelly reached out to Alice and said, what's the,
Some
what's the
concerns.
holdup? And she said, Marcy, you had some questions. So I'd love to answer your questions so we can get that thing posted. She said you had questions, and that's why it's not posted yet.
Who's Al?
Allison.
Oh, Allison.
So this is going back, again, remember when we had the whole strategy session, and
No, I
again,
remember.
October 3rd is when we had the meeting, we said, let's go ahead and post it.
What do you want to post?
Yeah,
It was the executive summary, so we went through that. And we also, and then Kelly had worked on a summary that sort of provided the context of why we did it.
And then
Richard
reviewed
provided his
that.
input, so we changed that and got it to his.
I haven't seen the newest version. Has that been sent out?
Yeah, it was. It was included with the version of again, the executive summary hasn't changed. The contextual document did go out as well. So
I
that's,
thought we had talked about basically that we were going to be doing a lot of the recommendations out of that. We're doing in-house anyway.
no, I know, but just to share, again, we have citizens who took 6 hours out of their day on Saturday,
We
and they're
have
like, you're not doing
six.
it.
We
Yeah,
have
there was
6
six.
And
residents.
two business owners too.
Right. Oh, I know
And
Mr.
I just,
Spinnenweber's dying.
I just think we need to be respectful for them for taking the time, and they're asking us what happened to this stuff. And I don't, and again, we agreed, it's voted on, in the committee of the whole, we voted unanimously to go ahead and post this thing. So I'm just struggling to understand, why have we not done that yet? And again, I'm not, so she said you had some questions, and that's great, if you have questions, I'd love to hear them.
What I remember is I had some, concerns about the way the cover letter or whatever.
Okay.
It was around it.
Yeah,
And I don't know who was supposed to look at that or change that. I mean, I wasn't involved in that process. If it has been changed, I haven't seen it.
okay.
I'll
Well,
get it to you. I
yeah.
can get it to you.
Because Richard provided input back, after this meeting, he provided some input, we made changes to it, but I'm sure we sent it back out, but we can send it again to you so you can have the latest
Thank you.
version of that cover page.
Thank you.
I
So
got
we can
it.
get that done,
I'll get it to you,
Thanks.
Marcy.
Thanks.
so.
All right, we'll do that.
Mayor, I got one
Oh,
quick thing, real quick, and I forgot to mention before, that's important. Obviously, we approved to order the police car last year. We ordered it through Beechmont Ford. It's been 9-10 months. The car still hasn't been built. It's time here in the next month or so to order another one for this year, okay? And so everybody's having the same problem with Ford. You can't get them, and they can't tell you when they're coming. So I've been in contact with Mr. Joseph from Joseph Chevrolet, and there's a chance that we might be able to get police cars and Chevy Tahoes. I don't know what the price difference is yet. Now, I've been told that the price difference from the car that we ordered last year that we still haven't gotten, if we stay with the Ford and we order again, which who knows when we would get it either, the price for them, it went up about $14,000. $14,000. So, from last year's price. Yeah, it's crazy. Everybody's in the same boat. And as I'm sure you've noticed on the bill list, I've got a couple cars out there that's killing me in maintenance. There are a couple cars need to go from the fleet, but I can't get them out of the fleet until I can replace them. So
If you
hopefully, maybe I can get the Chevrolets.
Well, if you cancel the order with Ford, do we
I
put down a
talked to
deposit?
Richard.
Is there
I
any money
talked
to
to
come back?
Richard. No, I talked to Richard about that, and he said it looks like we can transfer that PO from the car we ordered 10 months ago to another dealership if we need to. So I just wanted to bring everybody up to snuff on that. And the cars obviously are going to be more expensive than they were,
Don't
and
know how
we
much
kind of
more
knew
expensive,
that.
though.
Well, Fords are 14,000 more, but I don't know what the Chevrolets are, so. The guy that's supposed to give me the price on it is out of the office until the end of the week, so he'll call me back and we'll go from there. That's all. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
I think,
We're adjourned.
okay,
Once you hit it, we're not allowed to speak anymore. You know,